Hello, my dear girls. Today's lesson is a scar techniques lesson. I need to tell you that it's super important to work on the scar, not only aesthetically wise, that can slightly change it and make it look better, but also fascial wise. The scar is the tissue that is no longer belongs to the fascial web of our body. Thus, it creates a pull. I am living proof of that scar work works and that can dramatically improve your appearance despite the fact that you will still see your scar. It's going to just be organized better. But if I'm very nervous or if I'm not paying attention how I talk, I can start having this platysma band coming from here. But it's not due to tension of my platysma or something. It's due to my 25 years old scar. Plus, a lot of you noticed on my before and after, you would see when I smile, I had a crooked smile. That again was due to different tension of the depressors and my scar. So work on the scar for appearance, super important. For functionality of the tissue, super important. For mentally addressing those cuts, also important, because scar is usually not something that reminding you of a positive event. Sometimes going through this and giving it love actually helps heal it. Which scars we don't work on? We don't work on infected, we don't work on open scars, on weeping scars, on inflamed scars. Scar work from Sharon Wheeler. She's one of the best in the world that found this magical approach for the scars. It's absolutely painless. This is different from structural integration, different from myofascial release, different from osteopathic techniques. This is certain, very simply but profound techniques that will help you to work on the scar. And our video will be having different format for the scar video because you will see more of my hands. I will explain you which scars is better, which technique is better for which scar, because you know some scars have more like a hole, some scars have more like a bump, some scars have like a flap, especially the C-section scars. If you have time, if you have patience, and you know exactly that your touch is light and you followed my instructions, please work on your scar. Time is different. The scar work, it's a time-consuming work. Sharon Wheeler herself saying that it's very important for people not to use strong touch. And when we work on ourselves, sometimes we want to just get it faster, and that can actually just traumatize scar even more. So please, full zen, full meditational feeling, absolutely light hands. I'll show you different approaches. You will choose the one that is good for you. I like to try different approaches on the scar, and honestly, when you work with the scar, you see it changing. Yeah, it's not like disappearing, but you see it changing and you understand, yes, this approach is the best. So you can try every approach for the scar. However, I'll give you the recommendation which approach for which looking scar is the best. Which scars can you work on? Any scars. You can work on the surgical scars, you can work on the deep cuts, you can work on the small cuts that usually don't create that much of the fascial change. But it is important to work on the large scars, on the scars that on your front line, on a back line, or the one that you can reach. Or please, if you have beloved ones that can work on you with the scars, this is also one of the techniques that I actually do recommend teach other people so they can work on your scar, because again, sometimes we use too much rush in our touch. That's it. I think I said every important thing. And for people who doesn't have scar, congratulations. I hope you don't mind me using the consistency video for us, the ones that do have scar. And next consistency video will be definitely about something else, but I need to give you these techniques. So let's start. Okay, girls, we will learn the same way I learned. And the first, we need to learn the precursor for any scar work. It's the technique that's called feather sweeping. Feather sweeping, it means that you distantly pretense the tissue. It's called pretension or bracing, and you feather sweeping. And when I say feather, I mean literal feather in the sense of the feeling. You are not going deep. You are not. It's nothing like this. It's like a feather towards the scar. This is like our scar, because scar, it means the two pieces being disconnected and then now they are connected. And again, you pretense a little bit and feather sweep. You can go a little bit above, but very, very light. This is the beginning. This is when you actually assess your scar. You seeing how your scar healed. Some scars healing like this, like basically they just make one stringy part in between. Some scars heal when they don't have a nice edges, and it almost feels like the Lego, like the edges needs to be reconnected differently. And some scars heals where here's the here's the heel, here's the hole, and here's again the heel. And the other scars can be healed, especially the ones that are not surgical. They can be healed by just like a deep white type of scar tissue in between. Anyways, first, always feather sweeping. Very similar to the lymphatic type of techniques, very light lymphatic. Feather sweeping. I will try to also show it on me, for example. I would take it here and I would do feather sweeping like this. Very light. For 10-15 minutes, depends on the size of the scar and on how you feel like you actually getting it. So 10-15 minutes, that's your precursor for the actual scar work. Obviously, I'm not gonna do it for 10-15 minutes, but I think it's important for you to see. The second technique is eraser. You imagine that I usually do the index finger, and depends on the size of your scar. If it would be a bigger size, I would probably use all of this. But for example, this idea is that you're bracing with some depth. So you going not on the scar, but nearby, you're going with the depth and you bracing it. Again, bracing, it means pre-stretching, but I like the word bracing. It's like a Sharon Wheeler terminology. You bracing and then you scrape, erase, like literal eraser, going towards the middle. Here you would brace deep and scrape. Scraping, it's a very fast motion. It's good for the type of rash scars, for the skin graft type of scar, when the scar it's kind of flat, but changed the type of skin. I know many of you would be asking, is the acne scar good for this? Yes, acne scar also can be treated with that. And again, we're talking about at least 15 minutes for one technique. Currently, the effectiveness of Sharon Wheeler work was checked with Robert Schleib with ultrasound. They checked how fascia changed, but actual research is ongoing. But you can just, I don't know, Google Sharon Wheeler and see before and after of the scars of her work. And if it's something that you're really interested in, visit a practitioner in your area, because again, scar needs to at least 1 to 3 sessions, prolonged sessions. But even a little bit will help. So the second technique we learned is eraser. The third technique that we will learn is the cat. The cat technique is the best for the for the scars that felt like the edge doesn't match of the one edge doesn't match. This is when you brace and you smoosh those edges together. So it would look something like here, like a Harry Potter scar. That's the one that doesn't match. So I would mush and try to mush it like this, like I'm trying to connect correct, and I'm staying on one layer. Again, I'm probably showing it a little bit too rough, because if I don't show too rough, you will not see it on the camera, but you mush it, you like a kitty, again, that with the kitty paws, mushing it, trying to combine correct layers. The fourth one, it's a matching layer. Matching layer is very similar to the kitty, but this is when we use a flat contact for the flat surface. Let's put again the matching layers. It's also good for this type of rough edges scar. Again, to make sure that the scar looks more tight, I would use the eraser. To kind of work on inside of the scar, to make like the scar inside look more tight, I would use cat or matching layers. Matching layers is when two fingers, or again, two hands go deep near the scar and then match. So kitty is something like more smooshy, more like this, and matching layer is flat surface, and when you flat on one level, and you like trying to make, you imagine this as one magnet and this another magnet, and you're trying to match it. Skin elasticity, fascia integration, the tissue changes. Girlfriends, it's pretty amazing even for me, in the sense to explain the science behind it, but I trust it, and again, you will see the benefit from these techniques. The other techniques, it's called drooping. I call it raindrop technique. It's good for the scars. I hope you can see this one scar of mine. When the scar is looking above the surface, like it's actually like it looks usually like this, like when it has that string. The drooping technique, it's raindrop. You just droop. I would support my hand, I would put it on my on the table, and this is a drooping. Droop. Don't go too deep. This is not a squeezing by any means. This is not. You go exactly where the bulb appears and you droop. You let the gravity just drop your finger on that level. Like that. The twist and flip. Twist and flip is a great technique for rough edges, for the scars that have like hole, heel, hole, anything that you kind of wanna, you understand it's not even spreaded, it's not even bulked like this, because here you would use the dropping technique or you would use the eraser, right? But this is when the scar is a little bit messy. Twist and flip, it's technique that you take and you do like this. You take, like you're trying to not scrape it up, but you twist and flip, 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 twist and flip. My scar is separating. Twist and flip, twist and flip, twist and flip, twist and flip, twist. So again, it's black because of the pen. Twist and flip, twist and flip, twist and flip, twist and flip, twist and flip. By the way, the most when there's scars, like the most, I think most common in our group, the C-section scar, it's when sometimes it happens that like the tissue overlaps like this over the scar. This is a great idea when the tissue overlaps. It's twist and flip, twist and flip. When the tissue overlaps, again, you can kind of do the matching layer technique. You can do the cat technique, but when it's like the edges are different. But I really think that there is a benefit of trying them all, unless you know for sure that, like this, I know for sure really good with dropping technique. Drop, drop, drop. Let's go through them again real fast. Feather, sweeping as first. Eraser, second. The cat when you're trying to match. The matching layer when you're doing the magnet technique. The drooping. Any scar can be paired with any technique. It's just sometimes, some techniques work better on another type of scar. Like the drooping definitely works on a scar that like a little bit grew. The matching layer works on a different scars. And the last one, twist and flip, twist and flip, twist and flip, twist and flip, twist and flip. By the way, if your scar was limiting your range of motion by any means, it should improve. Thank you, girls, for this video, and I'm looking forward for your feedback.